time to be born and a time to die. A time to plant and a time to uproot. 29 hours before the events of October 7, I gave birth to my third child, Asif. In 10 o'clock in the morning that day, I was still in the hospital, in the Suta hospital in Ashdod. My husband, Dor, contacted me and told me, "Baby, listen, I love you. Please do everything that you can to save us." So my name is Liora Ben Tsur. I'm the mother of three: Avishai, Rei, Matar, and Asif. I'm married to Dor, and I live in Kibbutz Ena Shlosha. It's 2 kilometers from Khan Yunis, Gaza. Before I will tell you the story of the events of October 7, I will want to tell you my connection to the South Africans, to the Zuid-Afrikaners. Ja, ik praat Afrikaans, nog steeds. My parents came from South Africa. My father, his name was Yaakov. Jacobus Johannes Taljaard. I know it's a South African strong name. A boernaam. He was born in Randfontein for a family with 13 children. He lost his youngest brother, and half of the family decided to convert to Judaism. I must say, my father, Yaakov, he was just ending to learn how to be a pastor here in South Africa for the evangelist community. They chose to leave South Africa, to make Aliyah to Israel, and they start to convert. It took them 5 whole years to convert to Judaism, but they were strong. It's the Talia family. They don't have any other options. My mother, Marcel Talia, she was born and raised in a farm, a place, in Wepener in the Free State. And before she made Aliyah, she was the only child, only daughter to her parents, my Opa and Oma, my Saba and Safta, Yaakov and Eli Meltz. They had the farm with merino sheep. My father had Dorper sheep. They have always arguments between them. And before she made Aliyah, our parents didn't want her to come to Israel. And she was telling us the story that she was going in the fields, in her farm, asking for God, "Give me a sign. What should I do? Should I do and come to Israel and make Aliyah and leave my family behind? Or should I stay here? Give me a sign that you will be there with me." She went in the fields with both of her hands, touching all the grass. And she saw that in every grass there is a drop of water. She told to herself, if God is taking care for every grass, He will take care of me. And she made Aliyah for Israel. My parents met in Israel. It's a small country, smaller than South Africa. They met there by Shidduch. In the 90s, Yitzhak Rabin, Zichrono Livracha, came to my family and asked them to establish a farm in Hebron Hills, to come there and to make a family. We were all born and raised in Hebron Hills mountains. We raised sheep. From when I was small, I was running around barefoot, kalfuta, in the hills, running after sheep, talking to myself. I had the time. And we were growing, learning, studying. In high school, I was in the Hulpena of Kiryat Arba. It's in Hebron. And after that, I made national service. When I came home, my father asked me, "You need to stay by the farm and help me with the sheep. En je moet leren hoe te rijden tractor." I told him, Dad, it's not gonna be happen. I'm not so good at tractors. You should learn. I climbed up in the tractor and then he discovered it's not such a good idea. But yes, I was riding the tractor and driving the tractor and milking cows. In that year that I came back, my little sister was still in high school. It was in 2015. And my father was killed by a tractor accident. That means my little sister were there, tried to save him. It was a tough year, but we still were moving on. After that, I was taking responsibility over the farm because my two brothers, Bezalel and Yadidia, they were in the combat unit in the army. They could not release the army, so I was taking care. It was a hard year, but we managed. After that, I went to learn communication and journalism in Sapir College. It's in the Otef, the region that you all heard about. I met my husband in the student village, and then we decided to get married. Though that moment we knew that we're going to accomplish the Zionist mission and we'll live in the Otef area, in our region. And we searched for a kibbutz that needs young people to come in. So we got the kibbutz En HaShlosha. The average ages of kibbutz En HaShlosha was 75. I came with Avishai. He was 2 months old, so imagine how it dropped down after we came. Just the average ages. And we knew the problems in the kibbutz, and we knew we will get some rockets. But we didn't know that in October 7, everything will change. I want to ask you a question that we ask ourselves as Israelis, as Jewish. How can we rebuild trust again? But we can rebuild the trust. I believe in it. Because I really believe in the Israel nation, in the Israeli people, the Jewish people, all over the world. The day before October 7, I asked my mother to come and visit me, to see Asif. She was with me with all the holidays, and she helped me all the time. She was there for Rosh Hashanah, for Sukkot, and Yom Kippur. I told her, stay at home, it's fine, you don't need to jump in with the trampoline, with Avishai and Matar, you can stay at home. And then in Simchat Torah, I asked her to come, and I told her, listen, you should come to celebrate in the kibbutz. It's going to be the happiest event ever. We had 2 Sifrei Torah that had pogroms in Lebanon, in Syria. It was the first time that we wanted to celebrate with those Sifrei Torah together, all our residents of the kibbutz. I had a complicated pregnancy. And I couldn't believe, and I couldn't imagine that Asif will come out healthy and sweet. A day before that, my mother went to the Kotel. She told me, I was praying so hard that Asif will be healthy. I hope God heard my prayers. My mother came to visit me in the 6th of October with Dor and my 2 children, Avishai and Matar. I saw her, and she was holding Asif next to her heart. My family came back to the kibbutz to celebrate, and I was happy for them until and then Chag Sameach. And I asked my husband to pray and say Birkat HaGomel in the shul that we have in the kibbutz. 7th of October, 6:29. I'm sitting with Asif in my hands, nursing her. And then the alarms came to Assuta Hospital. It wasn't just 1 or 5, it was over 20 alarms that we got, rockets, in Assuta Hospital in Ashdod. and I couldn't imagine what will come next. I was sitting there, tried to contact my family. The door answered me, and he told me, "We are now in the shelter room. Don't worry, we are just now alert." And I told him, "Well, did my mother came?" "Not yet, but I believe she will come soon." For a few hours, I didn't have any connection with my family. I started to get so many messages of residents and people from my kibbutz, my friends. There's terrorists over our gates, over the fence. They're getting house to house and burning people, killing people, butchering people, kidnapping. Please save us. I was one of the few people outside the kibbutz that day. 2 people only. I was one of them. And before all those events, I was a journalist. I had many numbers. So I tried to contact everyone that I knew in the military and ask them, please, save our kibbutz. We have terrorists inside, you need to be there. They answered me and they couldn't believe that we have that situation. And still in that hours, I didn't have any connection to Do, Avishai, Matar, my mother. I was trying to do everything to save my family those moments. And I decided to open a war room in the hospital. As if I was holding in my right hand and the telephone in my left hand and trying to contact every one of them. One of them is the Don Almog that you saw. I was his spokeswoman, Nadine Negev Nachalat Iran. It's a rehabilitation village. Those moments when I was trying to contact everyone, Dor called me at 10, the first time for a few hours that we didn't talk to each other. And he told me, baby, please do everything that you can to save us. He put the phone down. And I was looking at Asif that moment. I told her, Asifi, my small little one, it could be just you and me. After that, I talked to one of the police officers. She told me, listen, the group of soldiers that we sent to you inside the kibbutz was killed on the way. You are your own. Please hold the door of the shelter room. In that minute, I knew that I need to do everything to save my family. I contacted 2 of my brothers, Betzalel and Yedidia, that are still living in the farm and still have doormanship. I told them, listen, we have a situation in the Otef. You have so much terrorists inside the kibbutz, like 50 terrorists. Please come. Save Do, save Ima, save Avishai and Matar, save my community. I don't have any option. I'm sorry that I'm calling you. They told me, we are coming. So I told you, they were in the combat units. They have guns, they could come, just the both of them. They went down to the Otef. That moment, I knew that we have terrorists from Ofakim all over. So I made them map points in our WhatsApp groups. The WhatsApp group, the name of the WhatsApp group, before October 7, was the Muslim Brotherhood. I'm sorry, that was the name. I don't have any options. And I told them that we will not have any contact by phone, just by WhatsApp messages, because I was afraid that terrorist snipers will catch them on the way. So they went down to the Otef, and I was talking to them, sending to them points of terrorists, Ofakim there is terrorists, in Pduim there is terrorists. Please pay attention. They came to Kibbutz Nir Oz, left the car there. My brother fought in Sukeitan. He lost one of his best friends, Yuval Heyman, Zichrono Livracha, by RPG rockets. And he knew how Hamas used RPG rockets. So they decided to leave the car there, to leave it there, and go by foot through the fields, through the avocado trees that we have in the area, in the Otef region. They went, both of them, from Kibbutz Neroz to Kibbutz Nirim. And from Kibbutz Nirim, they almost came to Ana Shlosha. I told them, please, before you get inside, I need to talk to the community squad that they will know that you're coming inside. I will not get, if something like a friendly fire will be there, I cannot look in your woman's eyes. They told me, we're waiting for your sign. Please tell us if the community squad get the message. I was sending a picture, a family picture of one of the weddings, of Yadidja's wedding, my small brother. Sending for everyone in the kibbutz. And they were so happy. 2 people, after 7 hours, is coming to save our kibbutz. That moment when I was sending everyone, I also sent points for my brothers. Where's terrorist? Which neighborhood? Where there is a hole in the fence? Where they getting inside? How much Hamas people members are in the yellow gate in front and in the back? That same moment, I was getting a message of my friend, a neighbor. She was in the shelter room with a year-old baby. Tell me, Liora, please save your brothers to come to save us. They're trying to open the shelter room. I'm fighting with the terrorists. I told her, hold the door. My brothers is here now inside the kibbutz. That moment, I knew that we will be the next ones. I sent my brothers, run to the door and the children. We have terrorists in our yard. Betzalel and Yadidja saw my message. They got it. They was running together, taking care for each other to our house. They were knocking on the door and saying, door, open up. It's us, Betzalel and Yadidja. The door opened the door. And he was afraid, shaking with a knife in his hand to protect himself because we didn't have any guns. He saw it's Betzalel and Yadidja that they came. They saw the door is fine, that Avishai and Matar is alive. They all were in shelter room. But my mother didn't came. He was asking Do, where's my mother staying? She was staying in a guest house that Shabbat. And they went by our direction to see where's my mother. When they came to the guest house, they found my mother full of Kalashnikov bullets, full of blood. Not 1 bullet, not 2 bullets, over 50 bullets by a 65 years old grandma, Oma, Savta. And when they pick up the body of my mother, my sweet mother, they saw that she's holding snacks to her grandchildren, to my children, Avishai and Matar. In that moment, my brother Betzalel was screaming. They couldn't believe. He thought that they will get her alive. My brother Yadidja told him, listen, we don't have the time now to mow. We will do it later. We have still a whole kibbutz to release. So they went to the community squad that was waiting in the shul, took the 2 of them out, and went house to house to see that the people of the kibbutz are fine. And 4 o'clock in the afternoon, that Shabbat, Dor contacted me. Told me, baby, I have some bad news. I remember that I'm closing my eyes and I'm telling myself, and for him, I cannot see Shiva again. Please, don't tell me. I'm sorry, but your mother was murdered in kibbutz. My screaming that day was the loudest screaming over the newborns that was just born, and over the women and the mothers that just gave life into this world. And I understand that moment that I'm orphan of 2 parents in the age of 29. After those events, the day after, the 8th of October, get out of the hospital with a new baby, a bracelet on my hand. 5 hours later, I buried my mother. I saw Dor for the first time. I felt like I'm marrying again. I saw my 2 children, Avishai and Matar, for the first time. And I could not believe they survived. For me, it was a miracle. I remember putting my hands over that both curled hairs. And I was saying, Birkat הילדים, ברכת הבנים, it's the blessing of the children. יברכך אדוני וישמרך, יאר אדוני פניו אליך ויחונך. יישא אדוני פניו אליך וישם לך שלום. I was holding them close, and I felt like giving life for 3 children again. In the Shiva, I was looking them in their eyes, and I told them, my 3 children, I know that I didn't get to give you the best future, but from now on, we are going back to build our house in the Kibbutz, in the Otef. We'll come back, and we will take care for our own future. We will be the future for the Otef region. 2.5 weeks later, one of my friends, Oad Cohen, I didn't know him then, contacted me, told me, listen, we need to do something to rebuild our homes. Nothing for us without us. I told him, I'm in, with Asif. And then we established Future for the Otef movement. It's a civil movement that takes care and wants to rebuild the trust in the Otef with the government, with the municipalities, with the army, again. Because we are not victims. We are people that lives in Israel, wants to take care in Israel, and so want to rebuild. And then, with more 8 friends, Future for the Otef was founded because we need to get back home and make sure for our children, for ourselves, that the Otef will be the best place in Israel.